Welcome back, folks. I'm going to jump right into this tutorial and I'm going to go to Elements and I'm going to search for a background with a pedestal. And I want a photo. And I'm just going to scroll down and I'm going to use this one right here. I'm going to set this image as my background and I'm now going to search for a chicken burger. So this is the one that I'm going to use. I don't need the background on this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to remove the background. You can certainly keep the background if you want to use this one for sure. Now we can see from removing the background that it kept the pedestal on the burger, and I really don't want that pedestal. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go into Edit, and I'm going to go into an area called Magic Grab. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab that burger. And I really love this feature from Canva. It is a pro feature and I use this all the time. So I'm just going to click that burger and I'm going to grab it. And then I'll get rid of the pedestal. So I'm grabbing the rest of the photo and I'm just going to get rid of it. And I'm going to set this burger right on that black pedestal. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to text and I'm going to place a text box on my workspace. Here it is right here. And I'm going to type in some text in here about the burger. I'm going to change the font size of this text. So I'll come up here and I'll change it to 36. And now I want to wrap this text around my burger. So I'm going to come up here to Effects, and down here there is an option to curve. I'm going to click that and we're going to toggle the slider all the way until we can create a circle. Now you're going to notice that my text stops right over here. I want the text to actually flow all the way around. And so what options do we have? We can come right up here to spacing, or you can also add more text to complete that circle. But I'm going to go to spacing, and for the letter spacing, I'm going to increase that spacing so that it comes all the way around like that. I'm going to grab this and I'm just going to position it a little bit. Maybe I'll make it a little bit larger. Like that. Now I have more text that I'm going to be placing around this burger. So I'm just going to make that a little bit larger. I'm going to take a copy of that. And for the copy, I'm going to change the text color to red. And I'm going to make that a little bit smaller to fit it right inside of that larger circle. Now I'm going to go to Position and Layers, and I'm going to grab those two text boxes and I'm going to make it a little bit larger because I have one more circle to add in there. So I'm going to grab that inner circle, I'm going to make a duplicate, and for this one I'm going to change the font color back to white. But I'm going to create an outline effect. So I'm going to go to Text Effects and I'm going to select the outline option. And I'll just make that a little bit smaller, like that. It's now time to animate the text. So I'm going to go to Position and I'm going to grab one of the text boxes and I'm going to go to Animate, and we're going to scroll all the way down to the rotate option. So here it is right here. And I'm going to keep the speed where it is, like that. And let's grab one of the other text boxes and we're going to do the same. We're going to rotate, but this time we're going to rotate in the opposite direction. And let me grab that last one. And we're going to have it going back clockwise like the first one was. And we'll leave it like that. Now, you're going to notice that the text is rotating, but it's in front of that pedestal, and we want it to appear behind the pedestal. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the background image. We're going to go to edit, and we're going to go back to the option to grab part of the background. So I'm going to click magic grab, and I'm going to click the pedestal as well as that bottom piece of the background. And I'll just say grab, and it's now brought that pedestal in front of our designs. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to position. I'm going to grab my burger, and I'm going to bring the burger in front. I'm going to add a shadow to my burger. So go on to edit, shadow, and I'll add a little bit of a drop shadow like that. And I'll just move this over like this. Finally, let's take a look and see what that looks like in the preview. Before I do that, I'm going to switch over to thumbnail view and to duration. So we can see that my slide is 5 seconds long. Let's preview and let's see what that looks like. And that's pretty good. If you want your slide to be longer, then you can grab to the side and you can increase the duration, or you can also come up here and you can increase the duration by increasing the timing here. Now, if you wanted to make the text faster or slower, you can go back into animate and come all the way down to the rotate effect, and you could toggle the speed. So if you wanted to go faster, you could definitely make it go faster. If you want to go slower, you can definitely make it go slower. And don't forget, also the pedestal. If you go to position and layers and you notice that your pedestal isn't where it's supposed to be, let's say it's in between text, just bring the pedestal all the way up, but make sure your burger is sitting on top of the pedestal behind that burger. So, what did you think of this tutorial? Did you like this tutorial? Did you learn something? Do you want to learn something else? Fill out the form in the description for a tutorial request. My friends, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn that notification bell on. And if you want to learn more about my live classes, we're starting back up in September, and I'm very, very excited for the live classes. Ask me in the comments how you can join. For now, my friends, I'm going to say bye-bye. Until next time.